There he is. What's up, Ricky?
What's up?
How are you, man?
Good. How about you, bro?
Oh, I'm loving my life. Thank you so much. How was Brazil?
Man, it was a trip of a lifetime, brother. I mean, it really was, man. The people down there are so nice, and the culture is so different, man. They're living like 30 years behind us. So,
Right?
um, yeah, it was really cool. Really cool. I'm gonna do a lot down there to help them.
That's cool, man. I freaking love Brazil. I don't know if you know this. I spent 2 years there on a mission for the Mormon Church. So like I just
Yeah.
freaking love the whole country. Their energy, they're so nice and kind. Like I went to the World Cup a few years ago and my daughter was like 2.5. And
Yeah.
every time we would wait in line, they saw we had a kid, and they just let us go straight to the front of the line, right? Like if you go to an airport here, they don't care, right? Like you do anything here, it's like I don't know, it's just the people there are just so amazing. So awesome. So hey guys, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you guys to I know you're on your phone, so I need you at the bottom turn your notifications on. Number two is I need you guys to hit that share button and get that going, okay? We're going to go over some information with Ricky today. It's going to be really, really powerful. So I don't want anyone to miss this. Make sure too that you put in the comments if you can hear us or not and where you're from. Okay. I'm going to drop a link already down in the comments. You guys need to click on that and get on it's called a VIP waiting list. So one of the things that we're going to do today is September. Ricky is going to be one of the main speakers at the WGR Summit. We're going to be doing it in Dallas, Texas. So let's hop into this conversation, Ricky. Let's make some value for these guys. Number one, what they need to focus on at these different levels of being an agent, whether they're 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and why you want to be at this event, why you want to speak, and why we want to put this together.
Okay. Well, I think first off, the event is going to be an incredible event. Okay, it's basically the up and coming coaches in the industry who are doing it differently than the old school coaches. So this is going to be an event around the new age of real estate coaching, which I think is really cool, by the way. It's kind of like out with the old, in with the new kind of deal. And it's going to help a lot of people because, the world's changing so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And, we got to keep up with the changes. We have to continue adapting and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And what better way than to get all the new age coaches together and do an event in one of the best cities in the country. So it is going to be something incredible that I'm really looking forward to. And the reason I want to be a part of it is because I want to be part of this revolution to help agents, not fail, reduce that failure rate by bringing awareness that you do got to work hard. Like there's a lot of technology out there that makes your life easier, but at the end of the day, you have to use it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put the work in for it to work for you, and you have to continue learning because a lot of times what you'll find is people that become successful, and this is like probably level 2 stuff, right? They
Yeah.
become successful, they find something that works, and then they just stick with that
Yeah.
and they don't really continue trying to learn. They don't continue trying to progress or trying to figure out, new things as the world changes. And so what works today is not going to work in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years down the road. You have to continue learning and figuring out, the things that there will be some things that continue to work, but not everything. And you're going to have to tweak your business along the way. And that's kind of the different levels of being a real estate agent, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, part of those levels is realizing that you have to continue tweaking your business as the industry changes, as the world changes. So it's going to be an incredible event. I love the fact that we're approaching this from a standpoint of there's a theme right behind the event. This is what you do at level 1. This is what you do at level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. And it's going to help agents identify at what level they are. And then it's going to help them identify what actions they need to take to get to that next level. And I think it's really cool. I think it's really important. And I love that you've put this together in a way that there's like a theme to the event. So it doesn't matter if an agent is at level 1 or level 2 or even level 5. there's going to be something for everybody at all different levels to get from it. So, I mean,
So
I'm just super stoked about it.
I'm super stoked too. Let's recap. So there's a link for you guys to go get on a wait list. We don't have all the details out yet. It will be in September. It will be in Dallas, Texas. Ricky will be there. I will be there. Chase and Miles will be there. Brian Casella will be there. And I just talked with Nick Good and his team. Nick's doing 300 units a year. He owns $80 million in real estate. Super cool guy. But one thing, get on that list, because as we announce information, we're going to be announcing it to that list of people. We're not going to be making it to like everyone, but like just the people that are really interested and get on that wait list and want to follow and see what's going on. Now, it's going to be a 2-day event plus a VIP night where you're going to be able to sit and ask Ricky questions, ask Brian Casella questions, ask me some questions. And so you're going to want to be a part of that. And like Ricky said, the idea is there's 5 levels of real estate agent. You know, Ricky's at this kind of level 5 where he's doing 100 deals or so or more a year, doing $1 million in revenue. And yet you don't really see his cameraman very often on camera. Maybe you do a little bit, but he has to leverage through other talented people to do what he's doing. You know, you've got your staff in the office that you have to train that handle a lot of the stuff. And so we're going to go over like what it takes to get to that level and what the roadmap looks like and what are a lot of the hurdles that you're going to face. Because in this time frame you've been building your business, has it been peaches and cream? Has it been smooth and easy the whole time?
Oh, absolutely not. And really, to tell you the truth, I mean, the only time that it really does become peaches and cream is when you get it to a certain level that you want, and then you decide you're okay with that level, okay? And then you've got your systems in place, you've got your leverage in place, and then you say, okay, this is what I was working for. I just want to plateau right here and just ride out this level. That's when it becomes peaches and cream, because you can kind of, you relax a little bit. However, if you're always trying to get to the next level, because we say 5, but in reality, when we get to 5, then then we can talk about, up to 10, up to 20, I mean, level 5 is probably the highest form where you've got all the systems in place. You have all this going on, but then you have to decide what kind of person you are. You just want to chill right there, and you're good with making $1 million. Or are you trying to take it to 5 million a year? Are you trying to take it to 10 million a year? So like, if you're always trying to take it to another level, then it's always going to be a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to love that struggle, but not everybody does. So maybe they want to get to a 5 where they're doing $1 million a year, and then that's just where they want to be the rest of their life, and that's cool.
Yep.
Everybody's different. Everybody has their own thing of what they want to do. But I mean, even if you take it from a level 1 to a level 2, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
From a 2 to a 3, it's tough. Every
Mm-hmm.
level is tough, and it takes time. I think the biggest problem is everybody wants everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize the work that really goes into it. And so then, because they're comparing themselves to everybody else, they become upset or frustrated that they're not a level 3 already, and it's only been 4 months. So I think that's the biggest problem out there, is that people want everything too fast, and they're overestimating what they can do in a couple months and completely underestimating what they can do in a year or two.
Right. I think one of the things I'm really excited about, why I wanted you to be there and BC to be there, is you hit this point of money and you're just like, you know what, for me, like I'm financially free, but I always say this, financially free by 31. I was miserable by 32, right? Like, okay, money wasn't what made me fulfilled, right? What I see from you really specifically is like, you want to make a difference. Like, that's what the entire WGR brand stands for, is make a difference. You want to make a difference for realtors' lives out there with their business, with their finances. And the thing I'm most passionate about is their fulfillment, right? Like I don't want people to have to go like be drunk and stoned to deal with the stress of maybe not having enough money, or maybe even like, how do I deal with all this business now? Like I'm like a slave to my business, right? Like I want people to really be fulfilled to that core. And I can really see that from you, right? And that's why I'm super stoked about that. Go ahead.
To be completely honest, man, when the emails, I get flooded with emails and DMs every day from people thanking me and telling me they were about to have to quit a couple months ago, and then they found me, they're implementing the stuff, and now they feel like they have a future in real estate. And I promise you right now, that's what keeps me, that's everything to me. that's like what's keeping me excited. If I were just coming to the office to sell real estate, that's okay. You know, I've been doing it for a while. It gets the blood pumping when I do a deal a little bit, but not like when I realize that I've helped an agent prevent themselves from quitting the business and they see a future to achieve their goals and to provide for their family. That really gives me the chills.
Right. And so let's talk about you say that new age coaching, and that's kind of a cliche term, but like tell me what you mean by that. Like when you look at someone like Brian or yourself or me, like what do you think is really differentiates from most coaching out there in real estate, and why like this is considered new age or different or whatever?
Well, I think for one thing, it's just a new generation, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
agents, it's coaches that are not in their 40s or 50s. We're in our 20s and 30s, you know?
Yep.
So I think that's one thing. And we come from a totally different background. I mean, we come, you know, for me, I feel like I'm like an ex-millennial. I'm technically a millennial, but really the millennial is such a wide age range, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really at the very, very tail end of it. And, so I feel like I'm kind of in the middle, to be honest with you. And
Yep.
like because of that, I feel like I'm both old school and super tech savvy all at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think it makes me a pretty dangerous agent. And so I think the old school coaches haven't completely understood or embraced social media the way that they should to build their brands. A couple have, but not. If you really look at a lot of them, they're not really growing on social media. They're not really putting out the content that is you know that younger agents are drawn to. There's not, they haven't they haven't hacked the social media the
Mm-hmm.
way that they should to build their brand. And I think that the new age coaches have, right, and they're building their brands on social media. And like through, like me, I didn't use social media for my real estate business for a long time. I
Yeah.
got to $1 million a year without it, but then I started coaching and using it in my coaching business, and then I learned how to use it. And so now I know how to use it in my real estate business, and it's helping a lot with my brand and
Mm-hmm.
you know, just general sales. And so I just believe that, you know, as social media changes, as algorithms change, as new features pop up, as new social media platforms pop up, that we're kind of on the forefront of all this.
Yeah.
And we're ready for these changes. We're watching for them. And when they happen, it's like, I'm ready to figure out how to use this to my advantage. And not only that, but share it with the people who are following me so that they can use these new changes, you know, in their business. So,
Right.
I don't know. I think the new age coaching cliche really does mean something. You know, we
Yep.
are the new age of real estate coaches, and
Yep.
and to be honest too, man, the 1980s scripts, burn them. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't work anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like people want to know that their agent cares about them, and if we're using the same old script that everybody else is using, kind of geared towards just trying to get a deal done, then, you know, that might be the reason why you don't get a deal. You know what I mean? So I think
Right.
using social media to brand yourself and coming from a place of, you know, how can I help you, and building your business in that fashion is the new age, and it's the wave of the future.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, I was talking to a past client a couple of days ago, and he's like 64, right? So he doesn't understand social media at all. And he's like
Yeah.
tell me like why do we need social media, like, and going through this. I say, hey, listen, right? Like it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to understand, and that's okay, but that's why you're going to hire me, because you know I'm born at this time frame where I knew that I had to get on the phone, I knew I had to knock doors, I knew I had to have conversations, but yet I also was like, I had the first iPhone, I knew how it worked, I knew when Facebook was
Yeah.
there, I knew when Instagram was there, and I was using it. Like I was young enough to be applying it, so I saw both sides of kind of this world. It's almost as if like this fucking world shifted overnight 180 degrees, and
It
seeing both
did.
sides of it, right? And one of the things that I said is, hey, I can now take and market your home to a targeted list of 6,400 people that are in my database, and not random people seeing my stuff, but the same people over and over and over and over again. I can target it
Yeah.
to the 2,200 realtors in my local market so that I know that they're not forgetting about it. Like this is how amazing social media is when we really dive in and we get targeted with it, right? And just like your phone calls over the years, it was in the consistency that your network was built. You got your emails and you started to build these relationships. You've got to be consistent with creating the content. And it's not consistent like, oh, the market's here, right? Like most people in your network, they don't care about the market today. They care about your message. They care about what you stand for. They care about what is the value you're bringing to them. So I'm on the same page, and that's why I'm so excited to do this event, to go over the 5 levels, to help you guys understand where you need to start and where you need to be. Because I don't know about what you think, Ricky, but like a level 1 agent, like that's 87% of the agents will end there because they're going to fail in the first 12 to 24 months. I mean, how much time do they need to focus being on the phone versus being on social media?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, to be directly honest about that, I think that, to me, this is just me. And like, you know, like every way is the right way. There's no wrong way to do this. Like the only wrong way is just to not do anything. But I'm more in tune with building my brand with social media. Yep. Not necessarily developing my database or getting leads from social media, yep. Building my brand, yep. Letting them call me if they want to, kind of thing. If I get a lead from that, great, kind of deal. But I'm more into the circle prospecting, the expires, the for sale by owners, because I feel like when you're trying to develop leads from Facebook, you may get a lot of people that are just curious. They're not really interested, they're just curious. And when you circle prospect, you're calling somebody who owns the property you want to sell. You're targeting people that you want in your database that are going to sell, they're going to buy. They know people that want to buy or sell. This is not a maybe. They own the property. They own the property between 400 and 500 or whatever price range you want. And I think you should really focus on developing your skill, making people feel comfortable with you over the phone.
Correct.
In your first year, you should work on the skill of making people feel comfortable with you on the phone, posting on Facebook once a day. I mean, posting on your social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, once a day, right? You want to have consistency with your posts. You know, you don't want to do it once every 3 days, once a week. You want to do it every day, once a day, and that shows consistency. Yep. And if you have clients who do look you up on social media, you may not be going full-fledged there yet. You will once you get some sales and momentum, but you have to get the sales and momentum, you know, going.
Yeah. I think when Ricky says momentum, you need to get this coming in. You do need cash flow in to stay in business. Like that's why people get out, is because they don't have cash flow. You need money to come in, and that is going to be through calling, getting on the cold calls, getting on the FISBOs, getting on the expireds, adding people to your network. That's what you got to focus on. So setting appointments and building that skill set.
Yeah. And like I said, like, you know, I know agents that get in the business and they just start crushing it on social media, you know, in the first week. So I'm not saying there's no right or wrong way. I'm just saying that even if you develop your business on social media, Colt, you have to, you still have to talk to them at some point to make the transaction happen.
Yep.
So, you know, the only thing between you and a closing are conversations. That's it. That's the only thing between you and the closing is conversation. So what I don't like to see in the industry is all these agents that are doing everything possible to not have conversations. So what they're doing is they're putting all this time and money between themselves and a closing, because they could just have the conversation now for very cheap and go ahead and start trying to have these closings. But instead, they're going to spend a lot of money to try to let a lot of time go by to try to get leads to just come to them. You know what I'm saying?
And still have to have a conversation.
We got a wild guy out here. All right, he's gone. But you know, they're spending all this time and money putting you know, more distance between themselves and a closing. You know, whereas they should just go for the conversations, learn how to talk to people on the phone, because all you're doing is prolonging the inevitable. Correct. You know, you're just prolonging that conversation that's going to happen anyway. Once you do get them as a lead, you just paid more money and waited a lot more time to get it.
Yeah. Exactly. So here's three things I want you guys to write down. Number one, focus on setting 3 to 5 appointments a week. This is for like a level 1, level 2 agent. Number two is master the skill set of the conversation. Get great at converting opportunities to appointments and appointments to sign contracts. Number three, focus on growing your network. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. And then later on, you're going to take that network you've created and you're going to use social media and email and direct mail to be able to brand yourself. So a boss asks, what do you do when your emails go directly to the junk folder like all the companies out there that are advertising?
What now?
So what do you do if your emails, they go directly to junk folders like other companies that are advertising?
So what do I do like with my clients that are getting my emails in their junk folders?
Yeah, correct.
Not much you can do, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, you can try to figure out who those people are and then try to get them to put your email address in their address book and try to get you, you know, whitelisted or whatever it is to get their server to acknowledge your email address that it's not a spam email. But I mean, Colton, man, look, dude, this business is 100,000,000% unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy thing about this, man. That's crazy that we're even to be honest with you, dude, I think it's crazy that we even have to have events to teach people how to do this. Straight up. It's literally so easy, right? It's simple but not easy, right? It's easy to learn. It's simple to learn. It's like poker. It takes you 5 minutes to learn the game, but then you lose time and time and time again. You know, the basics are so simple, but there's so many variables and so many factors, different markets, different personalities, so on and so forth. You have to have the confidence that you can do this. If you do not believe 110% that you can do what you're trying to do, it's not going to work. If there's 0.0001% that doesn't believe, you don't believe that you can do it, you're dead. You know what I mean? And if you're worried about an email that's going to a spam folder, you're dead. You know what I mean? You should be spending your time trying to develop more relationships with more people. I mean, you can't win them all. You know, if you want to be a top producer, you have to be okay with not winning them all. You know what I mean? You sacrifice a few deals that you could have gotten. You know what I mean? If you would have put all your energy and all your effort into it, instead of taking that energy and trying to multiply those relationships by 10, by 20, by 30. And now we turned the time we would have spent on 2 deals trying to figure out why their email went to a spam folder into 50, 60 deals. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, correct. So when we look at this, it's not our job to convince people to work with us. It's our job to convince people that we are convinced they should do business with us. Like I have to be convinced I am the solution, and I'm the best solution, right? And I will always find a way to victory. I create so much value. I always find a way to victory. So one of the things that, just to respond to boss's question, that I recommend is, you're absolutely right. There are emails that are going to go to junk. But guess what? That same 6,600 emails that I have, I now uploaded into Facebook. And guess what? Now I can retarget my shit on Facebook directly to them. So I'm hitting them in that avenue. What?
But Colton, what do you do if Facebook doesn't find their email?
Great. Yeah. Then you know what the next thing is I'm going to drive them to my website and I'm going to follow them on Google. I'm going to hit them with YouTube. The point is, I'm going to grow that 6,600 to 10,000, and I'm going to take that 10,000 to 15,000, and that 15 to 20,000. And I can hit all these different areas, but at the end of the day, it's about building a network and keeping my brand in front of them the best I can. And I'm not going to do it perfectly. Write this down,
Look,
gang.
you got to filter people, filter your database down to the people that want to work with you. And like in today's technology world, a lot of that filtering is digital, because we're sending them weekly emails, we're sending them Facebook ads. And for some reason in the universe that our email doesn't make it to them, or our Facebook ad does not make it to them for some reason, there's really nothing you can do.
Correct.
If you're worried about if every single piece of content is getting to every single follower, every single client, we're thinking about the wrong things, because every single decision you make is taking energy away from other more positive things you could be doing, right? Like building more business, talking to more people, trying to figure out who wants to do something that you can help, because closings are happening every single day.
Every day, every single day. So if your strategy is to send an email to stay in front of them, do that. If your strategy is to retarget, do that. If you do like we do, we have 3 WGR events a year where we have 500 people at each event, past clients, people in our network that come and show up for a night at the dinosaur park or to go roller skating or something like that. Whatever it is, create your plan, take action on the plan, and be okay that the plan is going to get jacked up, because the plan will get jacked up every single time. Write this down. Perfection will make you go broke. Good enough will make you rich. If you can do it good enough and take more action and be decisive about getting in action, you'll make money. So this is why we're doing the event in September. Freaking stoked that you're going to be there. It's going to be roughly to September 20th and 21st. Now, we're going to be releasing more details. You got to get on the link. You got to click the link in this video to make sure you're on the VIP information list, because we're going to send out the information to that email. When tickets go on sale, which they're not going to go on sale for a little bit, once they go on sale, we're releasing them to that list. We're not releasing them out to everyone else, because what we're doing is we're actually teaching you guys what we do is we really filter the data for the realtors that want to step up their business. Because one of the things me and Ricky talked about is we're not going to make fucking money off of this event, right? Like I even said that. I was like, dude, I hope to break even on this event. But it's because I want to go make a difference. I want to expand our brand. I want to be able to get this message out to more and more people to be able to do that. So that's why you got to go on
I think you
this
made a
list.
really good point right there, Colton. I think you made a really good point, man, about breaking even but building brand. And I think we should take a moment to reiterate that just for a second with the agents, because when you can do something marketing wise and break even, but you're building brand, that is a huge win. So if you're doing Facebook ads for 6 months and then boom, you hit a deal and you broke even, you are such a winner, because millions of people, probably, definitely tens of thousands of people, maybe 100,000 people saw your ads, saw your name for nothing, for free, because you broke even. Okay, so think about that, guys, when you're marketing. If you can do something that reaches hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people and break even on that, then it's a huge win, because now people know who you are.
Right. And then what's going to happen is we're going to show up at this event in September, and we're going to create so much fucking value for you guys. It's going to blow your minds. It's going to shift your business. It's going to empower your finances. It's going to create personal fulfillment. And then guess what? You're going to want to be involved with more of what we're doing. And you're going to go spread the message even more. And that's the exact goal that we want to create this September. Now, there's going to be about 500 agents. Ricky and BC thinks that there's going to be more, but like I'm anticipating 500 plus agents. Ricky's like, it'll be 1,000 there, right? So we're gonna have so many agents there, but we want you to be involved with this pretty much a 2.5 day event, because we're doing the VIP night. We want you guys to be there for 3 things: grow your business, grow your financial freedom. You got to dominate your finances. Ricky, how many agents out there make a lot of money, but they're still not financially free? They're actually slaves to their business. How often do you see that out there?
Dude, I mean, every day. There's agents every day that are they are, you know, they're chasing their tail. You know, they're just going around in circles. You know, they're not really getting anywhere. And you're right, man. That's part of the levels. You know, like getting up to making money is a certain level, but then understanding how to manage it in a way where you're living the life you want to live. You're doing what you want to do. I just got back from Brazil. All fully paid trip, all expenses paid, to Brazil to speak to 800 agents about the same exact principles that I'm going to share at this event. And that's just the kind of life that I'm living, because I understand level 5, you know, mantra, you know. So BC said 1,000 too.
BC said 1,000 too. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to roll
You know,
with
I
your
still
guys'
have never
confidence.
talked to him. I need to give him a call.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a message after this. He's going to reach out and schedule a live stream for this next week with you. I'm actually going to be
All
there in
right,
LA with him next week. And then the
cool.
third thing that, like, for me is really important that I want you guys to write down to get out of this event, because even once you figure out the business and the money aspect, which is really quite freaking simple if you just do the work and you're willing to do what you don't feel like doing, it's really quite easy, is the third piece is fulfillment. Like, how do I actually build this business and this brand and serve people without being stressed so much that I wanna like be addicted and fog out, whether it's through spending money, through addicted to work, through addicted to drugs, alcohol, pornography, sex, food, whatever. There's a whole array. Addicted to social media, addicted to Netflix, whatever it is you're doing to check out and not be conscious in your life. We really want to help you be really present. Write this down: authentic with yourself and honest with others. And that's the outcome that we want to create with this event. So the answer is to, I think a boss asked, yes, Ricky will be at that event. Ricky is going to be there and be one of the main speakers at the event. So I'm super freaking stoked. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And you guys better be there.
And oh, one more thing I was going to announce. June, after June 15th, I don't have an exact date. We're going to do a virtual summit sort of thing. Ricky's going to be on there. I'm going to be on there. Brian's going to be on there. Jason's going to be on there. Nick Good's going to be on there. Matt's going to be on there. Brian Force, we're going to have everyone on there to do a virtual summit. Absolutely free for anyone that gets on the VIP list. It's a free training that we're going to do only for the people that are on the waiting list. It doesn't cost you any money to get on that list and to find out more about the event that's going to come up. We're going to release details as they continue to come out. Anything else you want to share?
Listen, guys, go to the link that's on this post and just sign up to get on the waiting list. That's where we're going to distribute the tickets for this event, the digital event, of course, the summit, but also the physical event in Dallas, the 2-day event. We're not going to just throw this out there. This is for people on the waiting list. So go there and sign up for that if you're interested in this.
Awesome. Cool. Ricky, thank you so much. I got to roll. You guys hit that share button, turn on your notifications. Make sure to go follow Ricky if you're not, and vice versa. Let's see you guys in Dallas, and make sure to share this to other people. We'll see you guys later.
Later, guys.